What's up, everybody? It's Tony Moze, the rhyming book reviewer, and I'm here with entrepreneur, YouTuber, and author of the book, Your One Word, Evan Carmichael. Thank you very much for coming on my show, by the way.
I love how you hold the microphone.
This is intense. This is the rap way, man. This is where I get you to project.
All right, I love it. I love it. I'm only holding microphones up here now.
Where does the last name Carmichael come from?
It's a Scottish clan. The name is actually French way back.
Yep.
Car is from, so it's from Michael. So we have our own Scottish clan. We got our tartan. We got like the kilts and all that.
Awesome.
It's a small Scottish clan, but originally French.
That's awesome, man. So, okay, going back to when you were 19 years old, and of course, you know, you had your business then, right? How is it living with your parents, you know, at that time, like trying to run this business at 19 years old? Like, what was that like experience like for you?
My parents were super supportive. I never had issues with them. You know, believe came from them. They always taught me, anytime I had a problem, anytime I had frustration, they would tell me, I'm Evan Carmichael, I could do anything that I believe I can. So they were super supportive of my journey. That being said though, I think you still get to choose your lot in life. So in the book, in Your One Word, wherever it is, somewhere, we profiled 2 different NBA players. And one of them, so he's got NBA, like top of the line, you know, you made it, you're in the show. One guy is like, I'm here because of my parents, because they supported me and they were nothing but love all the way through, and that's why I'm here. And another guy, another NBA all-star, they're both all-stars. The other guy says, my parents they sucked, they didn't support me at all, and that's why I'm here. Right? So like one had the best parents of all time, one had the worst parents of all time, and they both end up in the NBA. So it's not that you need to have great parents or you need to have bad parents, it's how you react to the situation that you decide to take control of your life.
And you've been doing this YouTube thing for a long time, about at least 10 years, or about 10 years or
almost,
so, right?
Yeah, November 2008 is when I got my channel. I don't know when I started, like, you know, you just get the channel, you get the domain name kind of thing. I don't know when I actually started making videos, I gotta look at it. But
Model the Masters.
Yeah, but it's been a while,
So what inspired you to make that very first video on your YouTube channel?
I think the first video on my YouTube channel is a Walt Disney lessons learned. Bill Gates saved my company. I never met the man, but by looking at his story, I sold the software. I had a software company. I was struggling. I felt super worthless. And the thing that saved me was realizing, I just asked myself the question, I'm not the first guy to try to sell software before. Like, what am I missing? Who's figured this out? And I looked at Bill Gates and how he started, and I learned from that and applied it to my business, and we started to grow. So I wanted to teach other people how to model success. And so I think the first video is Walt Disney, another one of the people I looked up to, and telling his story and what you can learn from his success. And it's worth going back and watching because I'm super awkward and nervous and in a suit and sitting down, and it's like the lowest energy of all time. But that's how you start, you know? You suck at the start and you just keep getting better every day.
That's awesome. And going back to the very first thing, like when I'm thinking about your book, Your One Word, like what inspired you to do that very first page? What like prompted you that said, you know what, I'm gonna get to this first page and write it?
I never thought I wanted to write a book. My agent said, you need a book. Book opens doors, book gets you speaking gigs, book gets you brand deals. I'm like, no man, not anymore. Like my YouTube channel gets me speaking gigs and my YouTube channel can get me lots of stuff. I don't need a book. So I never wanted to write a book. It was not on my radar. Then as I started going through developing the one-word methodology just for myself, I thought, you know what, to share this, how do I share this? I felt like a book format just fit better to get the message out as opposed to a series of videos. So that's why I wrote the first book. My inspiration comes from my pain, so I've talked about that a lot, that your purpose comes from your pain, and my struggle of just suffering so much as an entrepreneur in the early days made me want to make the path a little bit easier for others. But it's because I love entrepreneurs. I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. I feel the mission that all these people are on, and I just want them to win so badly. Yeah. And if me spending an extra 5 minutes with somebody makes the shift for them to go home and start doing the thing that they need to do, I can help be an unlock. I want to do it. I need to do it. I'll probably go home, you know, later tonight and crash hardcore. But while I'm in the zone of helping entrepreneurs, I just get more steam. I just pick it up. It's like I don't need to eat. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I just want to help, man. So this is This is fuel, man. This is fuel. I'm gonna feel it later in a couple hours for sure. But right now, this is fuel. This is my drug. Helping entrepreneurs is my drug.
Awesome. If you could think of any book randomly off your head that like was meaningful to you, what would it be?
My favorite book growing up was a book called Radicals and Visionaries by Thaddeus Warrow. It's out of print, so you can't pick it up. And it's honestly not that good a book. But I loved it because what it did was it told the stories of 40 famous entrepreneurs or so in 3 to 5 pages. And what I did was I read a story every morning, and it helped make me feel like my entrepreneurial dreams were possible. And it gave me some strategies that I can use, but also just the motivation, like, oh, this is how they started, from nothing. I already have more than what they had when they started, so I can do it too. And that is a big inspiration for what I do on my YouTube channel and what I did with my second book, right? The daily injection of learning from successful people, one, to get strategies, but also just to feel like I can do it. I can believe in myself more. So I think if you picked up the book now, if you found an out-of-print version, you may not be that impressed. But at the time, that was the only one that I knew of that did this. So I read it every day. Like, don't buy it. Like, don't buy it at a garage sale. It's not worth, right? Like, I think my YouTube videos are better. I think my top 10 rules book is better. I think you'll learn more from it. I think there's probably other books that are better, but at the time it was the only thing. So it has sentimental value to me more than anything else. Like, that, whatever. You have an old pair of shoes that might have sentimental value to you, but this means nothing to anybody else, but you want to keep it.
So, okay, on your YouTube channel also, you have a music playlist. That's awesome. You also give inspiration in that avenue as well. What would you say is a favorite hip-hop song, rap song of yours?
Eminem, Lose Myself, all-time classic. I used to listen to that a lot when I had my early entrepreneur days. And just even the beat, like the words are awesome, but just as soon as it comes on, it's like, even now, like if I'm ever in a hole, I think the fastest way to get out of a dark hole is music. Put on any song that makes you want to move. I think what we end up doing is we put on songs that we are currently feeling. So if you're feeling negative or sad, you put on a really sad, sappy song that just contributes to you feeling even more sad. Where music is the fastest way, I think, to change your state, your mindset immediately. And so put on the song that you want to feel. So 8 Mile, Eminem, it's like unstoppable, right? That's what I want to feel, so I put it on and I'm bouncing and getting my energy back. So that's my all-time.
Sweet. And so last question, say there's an individual out there, I mean, I've met them myself, but I like to hear your perspective. They talk about how they have an idea, whether it's an idea for a business or an idea of some kind that they want to put out via social media. Like, what is this? What should they do? Like, because they're like always confused. Like, well, I have this idea, but I don't know about going about it. Like, what are your ideas to nudge them to get it out and go on social media?
Just force yourself to, whenever you feel worried about the judgment of other people, then you have to go and do it. Why are you afraid of putting out your idea? People aren't afraid of failing. They're afraid of failing in front of somebody else. People are afraid if people are afraid of rapping, right?
Right.
They'll rap all day in the shower, but they won't get out in the commons and go and rap because they're not afraid of failing. It's that other people are watching them. And so training yourself that whenever you feel yourself playing small in your life because of somebody else's opinion of you, then you have to go and do that thing. And the win is not in the result of whatever happens. The win is that you did the thing and you're releasing the fear of the judgment. So if you have an idea and you're afraid of launching it, it doesn't matter if the idea works or not. What matters is that you conquered the fear of launching it. And that'll give you the courage to launch something else and something else and something else, and eventually it's gonna work.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Evan. This is Evan Carmichael, guys. You should visit his channel. Look at the link in the description below, and please hit the subscribe and the notification bell. It's your boy, Tony Moze, the Rhyming Book Reviewer. Take care.
Subscribe. Oh!